What is going on out there, people? I hope you guys are keeping yourself entertained and at least busy during this coronavirus lockdown. I was happy because my gym was open and now they shut down, so I'm not a happy camper. This makes me, actually, this gives me plenty of time to sit around and read articles all day long to try to get a more clear picture about what's going on. And there's definitely some interesting things happening in Iraq I think you're going to be interested in. So let's get into this. But a quick reminder, if you haven't yet, I have a Facebook group that's the same as my YouTube channel. It's Pimpy's Investment Chat. And inside there, you'll find all kinds of information on the Iraqi dinar, the Vietnam dong, as well as gold, silver, cryptocurrencies, Nasera, Jacera, all that kind of stuff is in here. So I'll leave a link in the description and I encourage you to follow it. Also, a lot of you have been following my link to where you could go buy cryptocurrencies. I'm telling you right now is a good time. Also, if you scroll down on there, you can see where you can go earn free cryptocurrencies. This is free money. All right. I think now, all in all, when you first go in there, it says there's like about $160 of worth of opportunities. I mean, yeah, there's opportunities to earn about 160 free dollars of cryptocurrencies. All right. So if you haven't done it yet and you're interested in it, I encourage you to follow the link. Just following the link and signing up gives you 10 free dollars just to start with. All right. For those of you who are already have an account on there, if you scroll down to a blue box that says earn cryptos, you click it. It's going to give you a bunch of options to earn a bunch of free cryptos. Nothing's wrong with free 99. All right. It's money, literally money. So go check it out. Okay. So let's kind of get into what's going on because there are some interesting things. Okay. And this article here is talking about the new Trump strategy. Okay. And it goes in here and talks about how there was a 17 years of a failed occupation in Iraq by, Americans. They didn't do a good job. I mean, they went over there and they whipped butt all over Iraq, but don't do a very good job of helping them get back on their feet. And it goes on to talk about, there's a lot of different things that are going on around the surrounding countries as well, and how Iran's had its 2 cents in there. Okay. So, having said that, Trump now has a new strategy. I told you it's already been leaked out by somebody in Kuwait, and that is they plan on going in there with a small group of people and just taking out now the Iranian militias. Okay, if you go down here in this article, and it's a long article, and some of it repeats itself, but it's still a good read. So what Trump is saying now is, look, he told these people in Iraq, look, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to get rid of ISIS. He got rid of ISIS. He said, I'm going to cut off the arms of Iran. And he's pretty much done it. Soleimani is gone. He killed the ISIS. He got rid of the ISIS. He got rid of the ISIS founder, al-Baghdadi. He got rid of Soleimani. He got rid of the second in command 4 hours after that. And then he killed the new I believe it's the IRG, the Iranian guard. As soon as the new commander, he didn't even last at that job for a couple of months. This is what I'm talking about, man. It's not a good time to be a terrorist leader under Trump because you will wake up dead. Okay. So anyways, he's going on here and he's saying, look, we're pulling out. There's no reason for them to be there. They need to put on their big boy pants. He's kicking off the training wheels, and these guys are going to have to start fending for themselves. I showed you articles where their military is starting to really make a lot of great headway against ISIS, who's just waiting for the United States to leave it. And so with some embargoes and stuff like that Trump was talking about doing, look, it's real simple. Trump said, I want you to put in this new leader, the new PM, Zurfi, or Zurfi, I'm guessing is his name, Zurfi. Okay, anyways, so he calls, look at the Trump administration calls on a new strategy has resulted in repercussions of the corona epidemic. Okay, so you can see when you read this, the way it reads, you got to just read it a few times and then try to figure out what they're really trying to say. Okay, so he's saying in here, look, what they're doing is ISIS is lurking behind our door. They're taking out SARF targets, you know what I mean? Just to make sure that their presence is there. But the group itself, ISIS, seems to be dwindling down. Now, keep in mind, Iran was financing a lot of these proxy groups out there. There was ISIS out there, Al Qaeda was out there. There was a lot of different terrorist groups that were funded by the Iranian people. It was a gift given to them by Obama when he sent over their billions of dollars. What is it, almost 500 billion, I believe it was, or whatever it was. Anyways, they used that money to go ahead and arm and fund these different proxy wars that was going on in Libya, Syria, Yemen, and inside Iraq. All right. So, but now, once Trump got into office, that's pretty much changed. Okay. So this guy's taking out terrorist leaders, like it's like it's no big deal. It's interesting because you don't hear about it much in the news, which is, again, we know there's a war by the liberal media over Trump. But what gets me is this, man, any other one president kill one leader and they're celebrating him like he's a hero. Trump's killed eight terrorist leaders, dude. 8, not small ones. I'm talking big ones. All right. Including al-Baghdadi. That's one of the guys that Obama released from prison. Remember when he traded for that American soldier that went AWOL? Yeah, great trade there. So anyways, al-Baghdadi went right back into the terrorist business, but Trump's administration took care of that. Anyways, so look, the new strategy is this. They're just going to remove their bases. They don't want to be soft targets. They're going to start some embargoes to really just choke Iran pretty good. And then also they want Iraq to get their government established. And as you go on in here, Trump's talking about this, and they want that guy in there, Zurfi. All right, they want him in there. If you go down here, it tells you that that's what they want. They want all the militias that are all the politicians that are pro-Iranian or Iranian backed. They want something done about them. All right. And you're going to see what I'm talking about, which is interesting later on. Okay. So let's move on. I'm going to show you some different articles. Okay. As I said before, the opening of the banks, the government banks, the exchanges, it started. So, okay, on Sunday, the opening of banks, government, same thing down here. I don't know why they do this twice. The opening of banks, government banks, exchange offices, and remittances was permitted after obtaining the approval of the governor to carry out their work. Okay, so what they're trying to do is just try to get something going again in their economy. This is like this everywhere, just so you know. It's not just there. The economies are getting tanked everywhere, and of course they're blaming the coronavirus on this. Okay, so anyways, we come back over to this other article. This is interesting because look at this. There's it's almost unanimous that this guy get put in as the PM. Okay, I was just talking about this last night in another video. So the coalition revealed the existence of a near political consensus on passing the government formation of the primary designate Zurfi. Okay, I'm going to go with Zurfi. I think that's how you pronounce it. The coalition deputy said in a statement that the prime minister designate Zurfi started the dialogue of forming the next government with the escalating pace. Okay, so look, it's funny how now magically, Trump's saying, hey, look, this is what's going to happen. And now we see it happening. So, we know on the last video I did that they got a 30-day extension to get his government formed, and they're doing it. Do you want to see what the holdup was of anybody really forming a government in Iraq? This was the problem. Some of the powers fear that Zurfi's government comes because of the fear exposing their crimes, especially if they are supported internationally. Okay, let me try this again. Some powers fear of the Zurfi government so the fear comes from exposing their crimes. So look, this is a guy that was appointed by us. You know what I mean? He was supported by us. As a matter of fact, he's put in as a governor. That's his background. So basically what's happening is a lot of these people in parliament and them, we all know they're corrupt. We know that Iraq is one of the most corrupt places. We know that there's been a huge crackdown on this. Well, guess what? Trump's now supporting this guy, and he wants him to put in the government that they are going to support. And one of the things in the other article you're going to see is Trump says, you need to get out those corrupt politicians, and he emphasized the ones he want removed are all the ones that are backed by Iran, because it's causing a huge problem in Iraq. This is the kind of movement we want to see. All right. So like I said, I'll leave a link to these articles. Now here's the thing with these 3 articles, they all come from the same page. So when you come in here, just scroll down to see these. Okay. So, Okay, so revealed the reason for opposition by political forces to the government of Prime Minister Zurfi is the objective came due to their fear that the next government, especially if it is supported internationally, and it will be, will hold them accountable and reveal their thefts and crimes against the Iraqis and the dismantling of their militia through which they managed to control Iraq. So this is Trump's not playing around no more, man. He's already forming his next agenda and what he's going to do over there in Iraq, and he's implementing it right away. Okay, so these guys should have their government formed, voted on, and implemented somewhere by between the middle and the end of April. It's funny how all these things are happening right around April, okay? So, look, Trump will allow people to do what they need to do for a short period of time, but after a while, he just puts his foot down and stuff gets done, all right? There's no mistake in that. Now, this poor guy, he's run into the same thing that Trump ran into. Trump is an outsider who won the election, and he ran into a bunch of resistance because he's not part of that criminal cartel that run our government here in America. All right. So because of that, he's been draining the swamp. This is what this guy's going to have to do. Zurfi's going to have to go in there and he's going to have to drain his own swamp. And I'm feeling really positive about this. All right. I'm feeling really good that this guy's really going to go in there and he knows he has the power. He knows he has the support internationally. We're talking about, with Britain, especially the United States. If this guy really needed, Trump will make sure this guy gets all the support he needs to go ahead and start really getting that country rocking and rolling, okay? So, look, this is some good news. This is exciting, all right? I know a lot of you guys tune in hoping to hear some news about the dinar, but just understand that all this pertains to what's going to happen to the dinar. We really want this country to really get stable. We want outside investors to come in. You know what I mean? We want oil prices to go back up, the oil war to start. We know they need to establish a government. We know they get the cabinet in there. We know they need to get the Iranian people out of there. And a lot of you might be thinking, oh my God, it's going to take a long time. I don't think so. I don't think so at all, to be honest with you. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on this and see what happens. And but I think you're going to see a lot of action happen here between now and the end of this next month. All right. All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Oh yeah,